Hi, in this video I'm going to show you the exact blueprint that we're using at the moment in order to get our agency partners to 100k per month in the next 12 months. Yes, I'm not going to leave any stones unturned, and I'm going to show you the exact strategy that we're currently following with them. Now, let me get straight into it and show you the rest on my laptop. So this is the system I was mentioning to you. But just before I go into detail as to why each of these files does, as to how you can do this for yourself, let me explain to you why are we doing this in the first place. Because I'm going to tell you, if you don't understand the why and if you don't understand what each of these parts is supposed to be doing, you're probably going to fail. So I don't want you to do that. I want you to sit with this, and that's why I want you to understand why we do this way before we are going into detail about how to do it. Let's go. First thing, the problems that we're trying to overcome with these systems. This is all related now to getting new clients, to scaling in terms of acquisition. The first one is not having enough feedback. First thing, what do I mean by feedback and data? I mean, without having enough conversations with people and without recording those conversations, we don't know what works, we don't know what gets people to buy because we have no record of anything at all. That's the first problem. Second problem is the lack of trust. Yes, it doesn't matter if someone agrees to jump on a call with you. If they don't trust you, they're not going to buy. And it's few times in which you probably as well have bought anything from someone you don't trust. Now, timing and circumstances. The market fluctuates, and sometimes it's just really not the right time for the client. Sometimes they will want to sign on with you, but something happens and they can't at the moment. We need to be able to deal with this rejection and get them signed on anyways as well. A good system will be able to do that. Now, data and feedback. How do we record this data? And why is it important? Gathering data and feedback is crucial in order to find out what works, like I said. Otherwise, we'll be going blind and we'll be making decisions based on your feelings instead of actual facts. And chances are those decisions are going to be much worse than the ones you make based on data. The two things every system should have in order to make good decisions. The first one is volume. The second one is a good data recording method. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to gather data and be able to use it because it's not enough with sending a bunch of messages. You need to have something that you're able to understand. Trust. Now, trust is crucial. Without trust, you won't be able to sell anybody. It doesn't matter how good you are at sales. It doesn't matter how good your tone is. It doesn't matter if you have the best rebuttals or you're the best at objection handling. You ask the best discovery questions. None of this matters at all if the person doesn't trust you. There are some clear ways in which we can start to build trust and we can get past this problem. So don't think it's something that is completely unbeatable. We can actually solve this. The first thing that affects someone's trust is social proof. How many people are saying that we're good? The second one is familiarity. We trust people are familiar to us. How familiar are they with us? How many times have they seen us around? The level of authority. Are they respected people on the field? Do they feel that we're an expert on their field? Let's see. These three things are things that we need to have a system that is able to build this in order to solve this problem. Last thing, circumstances and timing. Yes, many times it's not your fault, it's not my fault, it's literally just not the right time. A good system will be able to take account for these and not waste all of those leads and then your competitors take them and they work with your competitors. Let's go straight into it now. First thing, as you probably be able to see, everything here is color coding. The yellow part is supposed to solve the data problem, the green parts, the trust problem, and the blue parts are going to solve the timing problem. First thing is market planning and offer audit. Before I jump into it though, this is a system that you're going to be running day after day, month after month for 12 months. So it's not an easy fix. It's not a get rich quick scheme or anything like that. So for you trying to find the shiny object, this won't be good. But for those of you that actually take your time to build this out, I'm gonna tell you that if you do this well, there's nothing or a few things that could be as reliable as this. The first one, market planning and offer audit, like I said. This is when you're actually doing the research, going deep in and finding out what the pain points of your prospects are. Good places to do this could be YouTube, LinkedIn forums, Reddit forums, Facebook groups, any place in which you can find out what they're dealing with and what problems they're facing at the moment. Now, once you do this, this is the first time you're going to be gathering data. Once you do this, now we need to find a way to test the messages that we just craft, test the offers that we just built as well. The way that we're going to be doing this is by outreaching and testing, of course. The first thing is there's three different methods, so as you probably see here. The first method is warm calls. Warm calls is simple. Let me explain it to you. That's when you send an email and the person replies to it, and then you call them straight away. Second one is email outreach and AI video. Very simple. Email, reply, book. Very simple. Everyone uses it. It's just about the way you do it that is a bit different using video and AI in order to make it stand out. The last one, direct messages. This can be done by an SDR, by yourself, and in some cases even by a bot. This one will completely depend on what type of people you're working with. If those people, you're more likely to find them on Instagram, then you're going to be wanting to send messages on Instagram. But if you're more likely to find them on LinkedIn, then LinkedIn is the area where you want to be sending messages. Main reasons why I put three different channels here and as to why we build different channels for our agency partners is because we don't know which one is going to work the best, and we don't want to assume. Because for some niches, email will be the king. For other ones, direct messages will be a lot better. And for other ones, just direct warm calls will be the best thing. I can tell you for real estate, it works really well, for example. That would be that for the testing. And we need to have a way in order to record this data. Let me show you just a very quick one. This will be an example of one of our previous clients' testing campaigns. As you probably can see here, we need a way to actually record how many messages we're sending, how many positive replies we gain out of those messages, and then how many bookings we gain out of those messages. So based on this, we can see that it had a 3%, around a 3% booking percentage and everything. But you need to have a way to actually record this data before you make any decisions. Because if you just make decisions based on what one person replies or based on how you feel on that day, your decisions are not going to be good. Now, BSL and fund creation. This part is supposed to help with the trust. How do we do this? Let me show you very quickly. Very simple. When it comes to building a BSL and a funnel, it couldn't be more straightforward. BSL and a funnel, BSL is supposed to be supercharged with social proof, supercharged with testimonials, anything you got of your clients saying that you're a great person, anything you got in terms of results, put it on your BSL. Show a little bit of what you do, but mainly focus it on that social proof. This is meant to be a supercharge for when it comes to the actual trust building factor of it. And of course, you can also have your calendar there, so they book an appointment directly through it. But the main reasons to why we have this BSL in place is for whenever someone asks you the question of, oh, can I see your website? You don't send them to your homepage, you just send them to the BSL directly. So they're able to see all the social proof there, so they're able to see just how good you are, and that builds a bunch of confidence. Now, once the person is booked, we usually qualify the person before we book them into the calendar. And if they're not booked, we qualify them, we send them the information. So that our partner or our agency partner can see if they want to talk to them, yes or no. Now, once the booking is done, the priming sequence. What do I mean by a priming sequence? Now, you guys are probably right now seeing a video that could possibly be on my priming sequence. A priming sequence is just a series of videos hitting different pain points that we actually send directly to the people that booked a meeting, let's say 1 day, 2 days, even 3 days before they actually jump on the call. And these videos are meant to be doing two things. One is showing them that we know what we're talking about, that we know the pain point and we have a solution for it, first thing. And the second one is building that familiarity. So we want to first place authority by showing them that we have a YouTube channel as well. Then we want to build the familiarity by getting them used to the way we talk, getting them used to the kind of wording that we use as well. And of course, the last one is that we also want them to actually acknowledge the fact that we have good skills. All of this is meant to build a bunch of trust just before they jump on the sales call with either you or your closer. Now, the sales call. We don't stop there now that we're in the sales code. Sales code is just another place where you're going to be gathering data. You should be having a sales code tracker in order to track the conversions that you're getting from your sales codes at the moment. Once you do this, it comes down to sales review and script testing. Yes, you definitely should be having a script, or at least you should be having a structure to your sales code in order to find out what works. If you're not recording your sales codes, you should be doing that. That's what I'm going to say. Because you're going to treat your sales calls the same exact way you're treating your messages. You only want to make changes in your offer and in your script if the data calls for it or if it's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, don't. Now, main thing, is the sell one or not? Now, if the sell is one, you get a brand new client. But if not, then this is when we come into both of these things, building trust and the timing. It might have just been the case in which your prospect was going on holidays at the moment and he's not able to make any decisions right now, but he might be able to in 2 months' time, in 1 month's time, or whatever it is. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be setting up a nurturing sequence that will send an email, let's say once, usually for us, we do it once every week. So once every week, sending them free value to your prospect. Again, this could be the videos on your priming sequence, or this could be all the content that you have created in other platforms for yourself. Free value that shows them, once again, that you have the skills, that you have the capability of solving the problem. You want to be sending free things on your nurture sequence. You want to be sending value, you want to be sending testimonials, and lastly, you want to be sending call to actions. The call to action is the last thing you're going to be sending and is the thing that you're going to be sending the least. But these call to actions are going to be very important because you want the prospect to go from your nurture sequence back into the sales call. And once they're back into the sales calls, chances are they are going to close. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope that was very understandable. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, I have my LinkedIn down below so we can connect there and you can ask me any questions you might have or you can just chat with me. Have a good day and I'll see you guys in the next one.